Hello students, welcome back to the English literature class. How are you all? I hope all are fine. So students, last week we have completed chapter 1A part. This is Leaving the Valley. So on behalf of that chapter, we are having one test paper which you have to attempt. First question is here, only answer the following questions. 3 questions are there. Each question carry 3 marks, 4 marks. Next question is here, choose the right answer. You have to choose right answer, and last one is give the meaning. Total 20 marks. So what you will do? You will use comment box to write the answer, or you will solve this test paper in your main course notebook. But don't cheat, be honest, then it will be beneficial for you. Okay, all the best. I hope you will do good. So now start a chapter, poem Summer Sun by Robert Louis Stevenson. The Summer Sun is a very interesting poem. Summer sun, it means to say we are talking about the summer. In summer, how the sun is too much hot. First question is given here. Have you ever thought about the importance of the sun in our lives? So everybody knows very well that it is the main source. On behalf of that we can survive. There can't be life without the sun. We can't imagine the life without sun. So let us read this poem about the sun. Great is the sun and wide he goes, through empty heaven without repose. And in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain he showers his rays. Great means to say big and huge is the sun. Yes, it is. And wide he goes. Wide he goes means to say the light of the sun reaches everywhere, far and wide. Through empty heaven without repose. Through empty heaven means to say sky is clear, nothing is there because of the hot sun. This season is summer. Without repose, it means without rest. Continuously it is shining and the light is reaching everywhere. And in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain he showers his rays. Blue and glowing days. How the days are there in summer? Bright. Sun is shining properly, that's why the days are bright. Sky is blue and clean. Nothing was there because of the heat of the sun. That time more thick than rain he showers his rays. As we are getting thick rain, more that he showers his rays. Showers, his rays are very hot, as it is very hot. Same this one. Though closer still the blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool, yet he will find a chink or two to slip his golden fingers through. So what the sun usually do? What the sun usually does? Though closer still the blinds we pull. While we are pulling the curtains, blinds means to say thick curtains, to keep our shady parlor, it means to say drawing room cool. But this sun is very naughty and sharp-minded. How it is? He will find a chink or two. While somewhere he is going to get a chink. Chink means to say a crack or two cracks somewhere. So what usually he does? He slips his finger through this chink. Somehow its rays reaches everywhere. He through the keyhole the dusty attic spider clad. He through the keyhole maketh glad, and though the broken edges of tiles into the ladder hayloft smile. What usually it does? The dusty attic. It means to say when somewhere we are having a room under the roof above the stairs. You have seen it is called attic. In Hindi we can say Atariya storeroom, where we keep all the material which is out of use, where we are getting spider clad etc. There also through the keyhole it reaches there to make it glad, to make them glad. It means everywhere if we are getting the light, we will enjoy. And through the broken edges of tile, where tiles are there, edges are going to be broken. There also, through this, into the ladder hill of the smile, it reaches there and make everything smile. I hope students you are enjoying the poem. So next paragraph. Next paragraph. Meantime his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground, and shades a warm and glittering look among the ivy inmost nook. What usually sun does. Meantime his golden face around, whenever the mid of the time, he bears to all the garden ground. What he usually do? It reaches everywhere. In the garden also rays are going to be reached. Then what happen? Everywhere light is there. And shades a warm and glittering look. Everything is looking as glittering. Among the ivies inmost nook, even up to whatever the rays are doing, everywhere it reaches. While there are ivy, green means how the trees grows to get the sun rays. Okay, on behalf of photosynthesis, the trees are going to grow. Same, the sun is reaching everywhere, rays are reaching everywhere, while it is a hide place or etc., but everywhere we are getting rays. Above the hills, along the blue, round the bright air with footing true. Above the hills, wherever hills are there, above the hills sun rays are reaching. Along the blue, along the blue means to say to go through the sky, everywhere it is reaches. Round the bright air with footing true, where the wind is moving balanced way of walking. Wind is moving properly, means to say wherever we are having high hills, there also it is reaching. To please the child, to paint the rose. If sun is going to be bright, sun is shining brightly, then what the children feel? They will feel enjoy. So to get the rays, to get the light of the sun, everyone is feeling pleasant. So wherever it is going to, it is reaches, or it reaches where to please the child. To paint the rose, it means to say plants we are having, to get the rays, to get the sunlight, they are growing fast, they are growing properly. It means to paint the rose. The garden of the world he goes. Everywhere, this is the garden of the world. Everywhere it reaches and make us healthy, make us happy, because if we are getting the light of the sun, then we can survive, and it makes our life bright, optimistic, and full of enthusiasm. So this is the poem of the summer sun. I hope student it is clear to all. You enjoyed a lot. Thank you. So students, as we completed our summer sun poem, what we will do, we will start our next chapter explanation, because in next video we will get work of these chapters. In this way we can utilize our time. 1 week we are having, in between we can study properly. So chapter number 2, the cherry tree. This is the story of the cherry tree. Everybody knows about the cherry. What is cherry? First, what we will do, can you identify these trees? Choose from the list given to you. So first one is, everybody can guess with the help of these. This is, what is banyan? Which tree? Banyan tree. Here D option, but you have to write complete name. Second one is this one, gulmohar. What is A? This one D and this is A. Next one is, which tree this one? Coconut. Where it is? Not given. This one is coconut. It means to say E. Next one is this one, Devdar. It is C. And last is remaining, that is B. It means to say this is laburnum. So you will solve it. Now start the chapter. Have you ever planted a sapling or taken care of one in your garden? Is it easy to plant a tree? Read on and find out. So, I'm going to start to explain this chapter. One day when Rakesh was 6, he walked home from the Masuri Bazaar eating cherries. They were a little sweet, a little sour, small bright red cherries, which had come all the way from the Kashmir valley. Rakesh, when he was of 6 years, he walked home from the Masuri Bazaar eating cherries. Which cherries was little sweet, little sour, small bright red cherries. Usually they come from the Kashmir valley. Here in the Himalayan foothills where Rakesh lived, there were not many fruits trees. In which area Rakesh was living, foothills means to say down the hills, there not many trees of the fruit. The soil was stony and the dry cold winds stunned the growth of most plants. What's happened usually there? The soil was stony because he was living in hill area, that's why the soil was stony, pathrili, and the dry cold winds stunned, and the dry cold wind stunned the growth. What it usually do? It developed the growth of most plants. But on the more sheltered slopes, there were forests of oak and devdar. But on the more sheltered slopes means to say surface of land that are higher at one end than the other. Okay, here it is given in in which line? This is third line. Here slopes. There were forests of oak and devdar. Rakesh lived with his grandfather on the outskirts of the Masuri, yani ki means to say outer boundaries of Masuri, just where the forest begin, from where usually forests begin. Grandfather was a retired forest ranger. He had a little cottage outside the town. Rakesh was on his way home from school when he bought the cherries. He paid 50 paise for the bunch. It took him about half an hour to walk home, and by the time he reached the cottage, there were only 3 cherries left. What he did? He ate rest cherries. Only 3 were left. Have a cherry, grandfather, he said, as soon as he saw his grandfather in the garden. It means he offered cherries to grandfather. Grandfather took 1 cherry and Rakesh promptly ate the other 2. What happened that time? Grandfather took 1 cherry, in between the rest 2 cherries Rakesh promptly, it means to say at once, ate rest 2 cherries. He kept the last seed in the mouth for some time. Usually children do. Rolling it around and round on his tongue until all the tang had gone. It means to say until taste or flavor, whatever is there in this seed, he can take, had gone. Then he placed the seed on the palm of his hand and studied it. Usually kids do. Started to see what is it. Are cherry seed lucky? Asked Rakesh. Of course, then I shall keep it. Nothing is lucky if you put it away. If you want luck, you must put it to some use. Then what father told? Grandfather told, nothing is lucky if you put it away. If it is not going to keep it on some, if we are not going to use it, then it is unlucky. If you want luck, you must put it to some use. What can I do with the seed? Then grandfather told, plant it. So Rakesh found a small spade and began to dig up a flower bed. Flower bed, understood? Flower bed means to say a portion of ground in a garden or park where flowers are grown. There he was searching a small place to dig. Here not there, said grandfather. I have sown mustard in that bed. So plant it in that shady corner where it won't be disturbed. It means to say no other plant is there and it will make a tree. That's why there will be no disturbance. You can dig it, you can sow it somewhere else in that shady corner. Rakesh went to a corner of the garden where the earth was soft. He did not have a dig. He pressed the seed into the soil with his thumb and it went right in because the soil was soft there. Then he had his lunch and ran off to play cricket with his friends and forget all about the cherry seed. When it was winter in the hills, a cold wind blew down from the snows and went woo woo woo. It is the sound of the Deodar trees. And the garden was dry and bare. Usually you see in the winter what's happened? The trees shed their leaves. Was dry and bare. In the evenings, grandfather and Rakesh sat over a charcoal fire. And grandfather told Rakesh stories. Usually what they do? They usually sit over a charcoal fire. Charcoal, you know very well what is charcoal. With the help of this, we burn fire to keep us warm. And grandfather told Rakesh stories. Stories about people who turn into animals, and in turn Rakesh would read to him from the newspaper. Grandfather's eyesight being rather weak, means the eyesight of grandfather was not good. That's why usually what's happened there? Grandfather told him stories and he had to read newspaper for the grandfather. Rakesh found the newspaper very dull, especially after the stories. Because stories are interesting. If we are going to read any serious thing, definitely we will feel bored. As Rakesh was found boring. But grandfather wanted all the news. They knew it was spring when the wild duck flew north again to Siberia. Early in the morning when he got up to chop wood and light a fire, Rakesh saw the V-shaped formation streaming northwards and heard the calls of the birds clearly through the thin mountain air. What he observed when he got up for chopping the woods and light a fire, he saw V-shaped formation streaming northwards. Streaming means to say, while stream means to say a small river, but wherever we are having waves, so here it is going to be comparison with the waves. V-shaped formation of the birds were there and it is looking just like waving northwards, and heard the calls of the birds clearly through the thin mountain air. One morning in the garden, he bent to pick up what he thought was a small twig and found to his surprise that it was well rooted. What's happened? One morning in the garden, he bent means to say bend, jhukna, to pick up the what he thought was a small twig. He suddenly observed that a shoot growing from a tree. Twig is called a shoot, we can say, and found to his surprise that it was well rooted. What is it? Yes, that cherry tree. It started to grow. He stared at it for a moment because he was surprised. He forgot about it. He didn't remember about it. But that time he observed that it is growing. So he stared at it in surprising. Then ran to fetch grandfather, calling, "Dada, come and look, the cherry tree has come up." "What? Cherry tree?" asked grandfather, who had forgotten about it, who also forgot about it. "The seed we planted last year, look, it was come up. It is come up." Rakesh went down on his haunches while grandfather bent almost double and peered down at the tiny tree. So Rakesh went down on his haunches means crouched close to the ground, balancing the body on his feet. Sorry. It was about 4 inches high now. "Yes, it is a cherry tree," said grandfather. "You should water it now and then." Rakesh ran indoors and came back with a bucket of water. "Don't drown it," said grandfather. Rakesh gave it a sprinkling and circled it with pebbles. What Rakesh did? He showers of the water on it and circled it with the pebbles. Pebbles means to say small stones. Okay, so with the help of this he made the we can say edge around it. The tree every morning, but it did not seem to be growing very fast. So he stopped looking at it. Usually what's happened, every morning he was observing that, but he was observing that it is not growing. Then what he did? He stopped looking at it. Except quickly, out of the corner of his eye. After a few weeks or two, when he allowed himself to look at it properly, he found that it had grown at least an inch. That year the monsoon rains came early and Rakesh plodded to and from the school in raincoat and gumboots. So this year when monsoon rains come early, Rakesh plodded, it means to say walked with heavy steps to and from the school in raincoat and gumboots. Ferns sprang from the trunks of the trees, strange looking lilies came up in the long grass, and even when it was not raining, the trees dripped and mist came curling up the valley. The cherry tree grew quickly in the season. What's happened? Ferns sprang from the trunks of the tree. Fern is a type of bird. Strange looking lilies came up in long grass, looking very beautiful, and even when it was not raining, the trees dripped and mist came curling up the valley. The sight was very beautiful, full of nature. The cherry tree grew quickly in this season. It was about 2 feet high when a goat entered the garden and ate all the leaves. What's happened then? When it is near about 2 feet high, then a goat entered in the garden and ate all the leaves. Only the main stem and 2 thin branches remained. Never mind, said grandfather, seeing that Rakesh was upset. When grandfather observed that Rakesh was feeling upset, then he told, never mind it. It will grow again. Cherry trees are tough. They are strong. Towards the end of the rainy season, new leaves appeared on the trees. Then a woman cutting grass cut the cherry tree into 2. When grandfather saw what had happened, he went after the woman and scolded her. But the damage could not be repaired. Maybe it will die now, said Rakesh. This time Rakesh was very upset. He told, maybe it will die now. Maybe, said grandfather. But the cherry tree had no intention of dying. It means the cherry tree was very strong. It was not having intention to die. By the time summer came round again, it had sent out several new shoots with tender green leaves. Rakesh had grown taller too. He was 8 now, a sturdy boy, a strong boy. Sturdy means to say, here it is given, sturdy, it means to say strong boy. Here. He was 8 now. He was of 8 years. Black hair he was having and deep black eyes. Blackberry eyes, grandfather usually called him. The monsoon, Rakesh went home to his village. That monsoon, when monsoon came, Rakesh went home to his village to help his father and mother with the planting and plowing and sowing. He was thinner but stronger when he came back to grandfather's house at the end of the rains to find that the cherry tree had grown another foot. It was now up to his chest. It grew. Even when there was rain, Rakesh would sometimes water the tree. He wanted it to know that he was there. One day he found a bright green praying mantis perched on a branch, peering at him with bulging eyes. Rakesh let it remain there. It was the cherry tree's first visitor. One day he found a bright green praying mantis. Praying mantis means to say a small green insect with long front legs and big eyes, who was peering at him with bulging eyes, shiny eyes. Rakesh, let it remain there. In between, grandfather told Rakesh, let it remain there because it was the first visitor of this tree. The next visitor was a hairy caterpillar who stared, making a meal of the leaves. Rakesh removed it quickly and dropped it on a heap of dry leaves. Heap means to say where we are going to collect, means some leaves are going to be collected there. Heap is there, dher we can call it. On that heap, Rakesh kept that caterpillar there. Come back when you are a butterfly, he said. What he said to it? Come back when you will be a butterfly. Winter came early. The cherry tree bent low with the weight of snow-filled my sought shelter in the roof of the cottage. Winter came early this year. The cherry tree bent low with the weight of snow because too much snow was there. Filled my sought shelter in the roof of cottage. The road from the valley was blocked, and for several days there was no newspaper, and this made grandfather quite grumpy. Grandfather was not happy. He was in a irritative mood. Now he became a short temper because he was fond of to read the newspaper. This time he was not getting newspaper, that's why he was not in good mood. His story began to have unhappy endings. This time the end of the stories was unhappy. In February, it was Rakesh's birthday. He was 9 and the tree was 2 but almost as tall as Rakesh. One morning when the sun came out, grandfather came into the garden. Let some warmth get into my bones, he said. He stopped in front of the cherry tree, stared at it for a few moments and then called out, Rakesh, come and look, come quickly before it falls. Before it falls. What was there? Rakesh and grandfather gazed at the trees, looked at the trees. Gazed means to say, here the word is given gazed, it means to say looked, stared at the tree as though it had performed a miracle, a magic. There was a pale pink blossom at the end of a branch. The following year there were more blossoms, and suddenly the tree was taller than Rakesh, even though it was less than half his age. And then it was taller than grandfather, who was older than some of the oak trees. But Rakesh had grown too. He could run and jump and climb trees as well as most boys, and he read a lot of books, although he still liked listening to grandfather's tales. Still now, he was fond of listening to grandfather's tales. Tales means to say stories, interesting stories. Usually grandparents tell us. In the cherry tree, bees came to feed on the nectar in the blossoms, and teeny birds pecked at the blossoms and broke them off. But the tree kept blossoming right through the spring, and there were always more blossoms than birds. It means how many birds are there doesn't matter. More than that, blossoms were there. That summer there were small cherries on the tree. Rakesh tasted one and spat it out. It was too sour, he said. When spat means to say, spat is the second form of spit. When Rakesh tasted it, it was sour. Then what he did? He spat it out. They will be better next year, said grandfather. Then grandfather told him they will be better next year because this year they are sour in taste. But the birds like them, especially the bigger birds, such as the bulbuls and scarlet minivets. Scarlet minivets, it is also a bird, and they flitted it and out of foliage, feasting on the cherries. And they flitted. Flitted means to say moved lightly and quickly through the foliage, means the leaves of a tree plant. They trying to cover themselves, and now they come out throw the leaves on feasting on the cherries, and they like to eat the cherries. It was their feast. On a warm sunny afternoon when even the bees looked sleepy, Rakesh was looking for grandfather and could not find him any of his favorite places around the house. Then he looked out of the bedroom window and saw grandfather reclining on a cane chair under the cherry tree. What grandfather is doing? Grandfather was reclining, means taking rest on a cane. Cane, it a kind of, you have listened it as a wood. So on armchair he was taking rest under the cherry tree. There is just the right amount of shade here, said grandfather, and I like looking at the leaves. They are pretty leaves, said Rakesh, and they are always ready to dance if there is breeze. Usually you see, if trees are there and breeze is there, then what you will see? Leaves are going to dance if they are moving, looking as they are dancing. After grandfather had come indoors, Rakesh went into the garden and lay down on the grass beneath the tree, under that tree. In which tree? In which tree? Cherry tree. He gazed up through the leaves at the great blue sky and turning on his side. What he was looking? He was gazing. Gazing means to say looked up through the leaves at the great blue sky and running on his side. He could see the mountain striding. Striding means to say walking with long steps away into the clouds. He was still lying beneath the tree when the evening shadows crept across the garden. From the morning, means noon, till evening they were there. Till then they are not observing that near about dark is going to come. Dark is happening, means falling. He was still lying beneath the tree when the evening shadows crept across the garden. Grandfather came back and sat down beside Rakesh, and they waited in silence until it was dark, as I told you. There are so many trees in the forest, said Rakesh. What is so special about this tree? Why do we like it so much? This time he was asking this to his grandfather. We planted it ourselves, said grandfather. Grandfather told him, we planted it ourselves. That's why it is special to us. Just one small seed, said Rakesh, and he touched the smooth bark of the tree that had grown. He ran his hand along the trunk of the tree and put his finger to the tip of a leaf. I wondered, he whispered, is this what it feels to be God? Really, it is very interesting. This time both were very happy. So students, I hope this is clear to all. If any question is there, any query is there, then you can use comment box for this. Whatever the paragraph or any query, any question, any word meaning you are not understanding, that you can use comment box to note down your query. Okay, so homework also there for you. While in next video you will get all the question answers, all the answer to these questions, but in between what you will do, you will try to solve some exercise. As it is given, write the names of the insects, birds and animals which came to the cherry tree. Okay, got is given here, that's why no need to write the name. Okay, then got also you can write, and rest also you have to do. Then in next video you will get the answer, then you can check. So use pencil to fill in the blanks. Another one, synonym. Here it is given. Synonym you know very well. A synonym is a word or an expression that has the same meaning, same or almost the same meaning as another word. For example, the words big and large are synonyms of each other. So what you have to do? Replace the underlined words with the appropriate synonym. As it is given, Arunima Sinha is a daring mountaineer who braved all obstacles to scale mountains. Reckless or fearless. Daring, it means fearless. So rest part you will do yourself. Okay. Next question, this one. This is on page number 39. Page number is 39, on which question number 1 is there. So what you have to do, you will insert a, an or the wherever necessary and rewrite the sentence. So what you will do, you will enter the a, an or the. Here also you will use pencil, so that in next video you will get the answer. You can check the answer. I hope you enjoyed. So stay home, stay safe. Thank you children. Have a nice day. In next week we will meet with the answers of these two chapters.